Good morning everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Gavin and today we are going to be talking about how I built this car right here using eBay. Obviously every little thing that I have on this car is not from eBay, but a big majority of what I have is. And you know, I think that with using eBay there's a big stigma behind it, meaning that everything that you buy from eBay is going to be really low quality, it's going to break, and it's not going to last very long. Therefore, you should not shop on eBay. Well, that may be true with some things like, say, connecting rods or lug studs, things that I would not buy on eBay for your car. There's a lot of things that you can buy and end up saving yourself a lot of money buying things that are going to be basically the same thing somewhere else, but a lot more expensive. Most of these parts that I bought, I've had for over a year, and so I can give you my review on what I think about buying certain car parts off of eBay. Now first, before we dive into things too much, I want to say that everything that I'm going to talk about, all the car parts that I bought off of eBay are down in the description below. So if you're curious on how much these things actually cost today, or if you're interested in buying them yourself, you can find those links in the description. So now onto my oh my gosh. So now onto my eBay build list. So the first part that I'm going to talk about is this lip right here. It was only $99. It is polyurethane, that's what it's made out of. And I wanted to buy a lip or try it off of eBay because the last lip that I bought was $260. Again, advertised as a good quality polyurethane part. But within a year, this middle section had sagged down so it wasn't straight all the way across, and that really bugged me. So this one I found for $99, had pretty good reviews on it. I've had this on the car for a while, and I certainly don't see any problem. So this is another thing that you could find somewhere else for over $200 that's unnecessary, really. I did a whole install video on this front lip and went into a lot of details. If you want to click this card up here, you can see that. Now onto the second thing that I bought off of eBay. It has these little corner lights here, these amber ones. When I first bought the car, it came with clear corner lights, which is pretty common to do on these cars, but I particularly like the more stock amber look, and I did smoke them out a little bit. But these I got on eBay for 30 bucks. And these are legitimate depot corner lights. So $30 on eBay. I've seen them other places for $50, $60, and it's not really necessary because you can get the same exact part on eBay. And like I said, I've had these on the car for over a year. No problem with them. They clicked in, snapped in just fine. The next thing I bought off of eBay are these gloss black front kidney grills right here. So the ones that come stock, I think they're black in the middle, but around the edges they're all chrome. Now I've seen gloss black kidney grills all over the place, anywhere from like $50 to over $100, and that just was not a price that I was willing to pay for freaking grills. This part is possibly one of the ones I've had on the car the longest since I bought those gloss black grills before I even got the car. And if we take a closer look at them, there's no rock chips on these things anywhere. They're still in there solid, they're not going anywhere, and it was definitely worth buying them off eBay and saving some money. The next thing we're going to talk about is the car part that I get by far the most questions about where I got them from. We got to turn it on. Okay, so the part that I'm talking about are these depot glass lens headlights with LED angel eyes around them. I got these off of eBay before I bought the car, just like the grills, and they were $287. Now with all of these parts, on eBay prices change all the time and they're not totally consistent, so these could be anywhere between maybe $250 now to $300, but just expect somewhere around that range. So if you look at mine, there's no LEDs burnt out at all. They're in perfect condition, nothing wrong with them, and I turn these on whenever I drive this car because I think they look so cool. Things like LEDs and lights, you can actually get pretty screwed buying that stuff off of eBay. LEDs will burn out really quick if you buy crappy headlights or taillights that have them in them. These ones, I did my research and are really good quality. So if you are buying some stuff off of eBay, just make sure that you read the reviews, you do your research, and find out if the stuff that you're buying off there is going to be legit or it's going to suck. So I did my research, and these are legit depot headlights. They have the right branding on them and everything, and they have high quality LED angel eyes around them that haven't burned out in almost 2 years now. So if you're curious about what these looked like when I bought them and what you had to do to install them, you can click that video up here. And the next thing I got off of eBay, and one of my favorites, is this trunk lip right here. So one of the more popular spoilers to do on an E36 is the LTW spoiler, or lightweight spoiler. It's got the big wing that comes up right here. Those, the genuine ones, cost a ton of money, and people who buy the eBay ones sometimes have some pretty bad luck with it being really wavy and having a bad finish, and I didn't really want to deal with that. And then if you look at the OEM kind of options with those things, the lips are really, really small and maybe only come up like this high, and I didn't want to pay for something that was just so minute. What I also didn't want were the huge Rocket Bunny ones that came up about 2 or 3 times as high as this one. So this I felt like was a good happy medium, and it cost me $80 shipped and painted. And that's pretty crazy to me because a lot of times just painting things like that would cost $80 to $100. And so with the lip and the paint and the finish turning out to be this good and matching the rest of the car so well, that was definitely worth it. This is another thing that I made a video about the install, went over all the details and showed you guys how to do it. So again, if you're interested in that, make sure to click the card up here. And now on to the last and what maybe is the biggest thing that I've ever bought off of eBay and got for super cheap is this S52 engine right here. Just kidding, that's not it. Let me show you. So when I first bought my car, it had these roundels right here on it that have the carbon fiber instead of the blue. Some people may like that, personally not my style. So I went on eBay and found two roundels, the one that goes on the hood and the one that goes right here on the trunk. And I got both of those for 25 bucks. Roundels again are one thing that you can find somewhere else that is basically going to be the exact same thing. That's going to be 2 or maybe even 3 times the cost of the ones I bought right here. I've had these on the car for almost the whole 2 years that I've owned it, and as you can see, the finish is still perfectly fine. Nothing's chipping or peeling off, and they're pretty good quality. So I think that is pretty much everything that I purchased for this car off of eBay as far as looks go. All these parts that I mentioned have been really good quality, and they've been on the car for at least a year, most of them 2 years, and I haven't had any problems at all. And I think that all this stuff, if I were to go to a car meet and people were to look at my car, I don't think people would be able to point out and guess right away that these are eBay parts, and they don't look crappy to me at all. They're things that I think I can leave on the car for years and years from now, and they're still gonna look good, they're still gonna function well, and they're not gonna give me any problems. That goes to show that you can buy some car parts off of eBay as long as you do your research and make sure that they're gonna be good enough quality. You can save yourself a lot of money. I know if I wouldn't have bought any of this stuff off of eBay, I would have ended up spending maybe twice what I did on all this stuff. And so obviously that everything that is on eBay is not going to be a good item to buy. You do have to be careful, do your research, and make sure that you're buying something that doesn't suck. You still can save yourself a lot of money, and you don't need to follow the whole stigma of not being able to buy anything off of it because it all sucks. Because that's just not true. Now all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if for some reason you're not subscribed to the channel, go over, click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you guys don't miss an episode. I just bought some parts for the car that I think you guys are going to like, and along with those parts comes somewhat of a major rebuild. So you guys are excited to see that? I am too, and we'll see you guys in the next one. 596, 583.